Hello and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video. Recently I've got a couple of questions in the comments asking what's the best way to get characters up to gear 13. Especially that jump from gear 12 to 13 because we all know how expensive it can be. So today we're just going to go through what's the best way to spend your currencies, farm that gear. We're going to talk through most of the gear levels. But the first thing I want to say is when you get your ally points, don't waste them buying things like gear in the weekly shop or Datacron stuff. Spend them it all on Bronzium packs, right? Because if we take a look at the Bronzium packs, the things we'll want to get, yeah, you can get the gear, that's cool, but we want the character shards, and we want to get as many of these characters up to 7 stars as possible. Because then once we've got them all up to 7 stars, and you've taken them all up to 7 stars, we're going to get a ton of shard shop currency. And you can literally get from 2 shards, like if you just get a shard drop, or you can get the amount of shards it takes to unlock the character, which can be 10, 25, or 80, I'm pretty sure are the only ones. There might be a 51 in there as well. But I know Poggle's 80. I think Boba's 80 in it. There's a couple that are 10, 25. You got Talia, I think. I think there are 10 ones, but I can't remember who exactly. But that's what you're looking for. And then if you get any purple gear out of it, that's a bonus. It's all double drop now. So you get 2 pieces of gear per 2 pieces of gear per Bronzium pack if you do hit the gear, but you want the characters because you want that shard shop currency. So let's jump straight into the shipment, and we'll take a look. We'll go through each one, how's best to spend your currency that you're getting. Once it loads, let's go. But first off, on the featured shipments, you're not really going to be wanting to buy any gear with your crystals. I think it's just a waste unless... No, it's just a waste. I wouldn't spend your crystals on gear, but you want to be buying these 4 with the credits. They refresh every refresh every 6 hours. So make sure you're always buying them because it will just help, especially with those lower gears from gear 1 to 6. It'll help with that. And then you get the odd purple gear in there as well, which is always nice. Going into the weekly shipments, this is where don't waste your gear on these, or not your gear, sorry, on your ally points on these pieces of gear. It's just not worth it. You can get more out of opening 28k worth of Bronzium packs and get some shards and getting into the shard shop. And I only bought Anakin Starfighter because I needed that extra little bit of shard shop currency to pick something up, so just ignore that. But then this is when you want to get in a good guild that does or the Crate Dragon raid now, or what will be the Endor raid if you're watching this video. Then I do pick up the Omegas, but you're going to get to a point where you don't really need them because you've got all the Omegas that you could want. And you'll just be getting Omegas on people just for the GP or something like that. But get into a good guild because you're going to need these later on when we get towards the guild activity store. Cantina battles. First off, find the characters you want. Obviously, that's important for any farms. Always do that. But once you've got all the characters you want, the best thing to do is get Cassian's U-Wing all the way up, because when it comes to ships versus characters, you get a little bit more shard shop currency when it comes to these 5 shards for Cassian's U-Wing than you would 10 shards for Stormtrooper Han. But I've not done that because I need to develop or level up the pilots, and I can't be bothered doing that. And I think has it got 3 pilots? Yeah. It does have 3 pilots of Cassian, who are the other 2, is a K2SO, and yeah, Jin. But I just pick up the characters I've already got maxed out just for that shard shop currency. It's the easiest way. Don't waste it on the droids or these Mark 1 and 2 ability mats. It's not worth it. And the shipbuilding materials, you get enough of them. You're not really leveling up ships very often. Okay, so moving on to the next section, we have the guild activity store. And with these, what are they called? Guild tokens. Either get the characters you want or just buy the gear that you need going up to gear 11. It's as simple as that, really. You don't really get gear 12 gear pop up here, I don't think. So just get what you need for the character you try to level up. It's as easy as that. And then if we keep moving down, so we've got 3 guild event what they call tokens. We've got the Mark 1, Mark 2, and Mark 3. With the Mark 3, because we'll start because that pops up first. What you're going to want to be buying with that is if you're doing a farm that requires relic 8s, buy the aero magnifiers and the impulse detectors. If you've got something that's relic 9s, buy these Gyra keypads and the relic 8 mats. But if you've only got a farm that you need to get up to relic 7, I would definitely just buy like the Zimbardo cards, the Electrium conductors. Just buy what you need, basically, for those high relic. Don't waste it on anything lower than that. Honestly, I wouldn't really go lower than Zimbardo cards, because the Electrium conductors are fine to get. Running heat sinks are fine. I don't even know whether you can buy. Can you buy the heat sinks with it? I would imagine so, yeah. But yeah, so just buy those relic 8, 7, and 9 mats where you need them. The Mark II tokens, I would definitely just consider buying Gear 12 mats with that. Whatever you need for your character, stock up on the rarer ones. Like what? I don't know. Just anything. Have a look at SWGOH.gg, look at the character and what you need, because you can see each gear level broken down on that into what you need for it. So have a look what you need for Gear 12 and then farm it. So then you've already got it set out already there, which is what I'm doing with Bam now. Buying what I need. So then when I get him up to Gear 12, because he's only Gear 11 now, I will already have some mats started. It'll be quicker to get to that Gear 13 point. And then with the Mark IIs as well, you have the option to buy the, like, what they call characters. The guild characters from Hoth, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so here, just buy what you need. You've got the option to buy the guild characters from Hoth, like Wampa, Hermit Yoda, Rolo. I wouldn't buy them unless they're your bottleneck. Like right now, I'm just picking up Hermit Yoda shards once per raid, just because I'm so far behind on him compared to the rest of my Jedi Knight Luke farm that I'm just doing that just for ease down the line. But I wouldn't buy those unless you really need them. I would stick to that Gear 12 gear. It'll make you progress so much faster through there. And then finally for the Mark 1 tokens, again it's the same as the guild tokens, just the regular ones. Buy what you need for up to Gear 11. Just have a look at your character. Oh, do I need Carbantes? Do I need stun cuffs? Do I need stun guns? Do I need the furnaces? You know, you just have a look at what you need. Buy what you need. It's as simple as that with it. There's no better rate for buying them in higher bulks than there is, say, like, you don't get more value out of buying 80 than you do like 15. So just buy whatever pops up, really, is what I usually do anyway. And then if you have to buy more, you have to buy more. You've got them there stocked up for next time. But again, yeah, just buy what you need with the Mark 1s and the guild tokens. Buy the relic mats, like the impulse detectors, Zimbardo cards, the keypads, and the other one that I am forgetting what it's called. Oh well, you know what I mean, the relic 8 mat. It's gonna stick in my head now, like, oh well. And then for the Mark 2s, buy Gear 12 gear. It's the best way to buy that Gear 12 gear. There's no other place that has like a better rate for it and a value to buy it from. So definitely do that. Okay, so now onto the Squad Arena store. This is going to be a place where you have options to buy gear at the bottom. If I could quickly scroll down, it's so much quicker to do that on your phone. No. Come on, scroll. Keep on scrolling. Keep on scrolling, come on. Yes, here we go. Get to this gear. We have these are very common pieces of gear, very bad pieces of gear. Not worth it to buy the gear out of this place unless you desperately need it and you click on the character and you're like 5 away and you see it in here, then go, oh, okay. But what you'd be wanting to do with this currency is buy the characters you need. Again, it's the same as like the Cantina. Get the characters up you need. It's dead quick to get them up in it, really. You get this currency every day. It's not going to be a problem at all. And then once you have got the got all the characters you want to be focusing on prestige. You need so much of it for your capital ships to get the apologies, to get them leveled up that you do, especially if you're nearing getting a new one like Executor. I'm stocking it up now. I should have a couple hundred more, but I did spend some on Negotiator just because I got him up to 6 stars. But if you're not working on a capital ship or you've got them all all done, all the prestige levels that you want on them, I would definitely just buy the credits. Because you want to be getting as many characters up to 7 stars as you can, get those gear levels on, all those mods upgraded, all the abilities applied, and you need a ton of credits to do that. So once you've got all the prestige that you want for the ships that you're farming, just farm the credits. Don't worry about really getting any shard shop currency out of this, I would say. Unless you don't need the credits, then just farm the shard shop currency. Definitely don't farm the gear. Focus on the prestige is number 1. Number 2 is shard shop currency and credits, just depending on what you need, I would say. And then number 3 at the bottom, like way down here, I would say then the gear. You don't really need it out of this store. Galactic War. I don't think there's actually any gear kicking about in here. So it's just characters versus ships, and this place is your main place to get shard shop currency. So again, once you've got all the characters you want, what you're going to want to do is take the time to farm up all the ships to 7 stars. First off, they are very good ships. There's a lot of very useful ships. The Geo ships, Plo's ship, the Umbaran Starfighter's in there as well. What else is in there that I can remember off the top of my head? Wedge is in there. Biggs might be. I can't really remember. The Resistance X-Wing in there. That's the only ship I've not found. It's not a very common pop-up anyway. But when it comes to this, make sure you farm all those ships up to 7 stars, even if you're not using them, because you've got that better return of shard shop currency, like I said earlier, on ships than you do character shards. So you're going to want to spend the time now to farm up the ships, so you're better off in the long run. And it's not, don't get me wrong, it's not a lot of extra shard shop currency you get, but that stacks up over time when you're doing this every single day. Then you're getting even more shard shop currency, you get more bang for your buck. It's just the best thing to do by far. Okay, and onto the mod shop now. I don't really, once you've got enough credits, whether that's Fleet Arena credits or normal credits stacked up, you're just going to be wanting to look for mods with 5 speed. Like, I wouldn't waste my time getting these 3 ones, but if you see one with 5 that's a good primary on a good what they call set, like if you got like an offense set with like defense or like, what's it called, health on like the cross, you don't really want that. You want you want offense on offense, or you want crit damage on like the triangle on an offense set. Do you know what I mean? So just honestly, just use your head with it. Just think, oh, is this a good mod? Am I going to get a lot of speed off this? But I wouldn't worry about, like, don't buy these grey ones or the greens. I wouldn't really buy anything unless it's purple or gold either. But there'll be a day where you're stacking up this fleet credits so quick because you've got nothing to spend it on, because there's such a finite amount of ships compared to characters that there's just going to be a day where you're going to have a ton of it. And that's when you can start looking at these mods every time it refreshes. But if you're a free-to-play character, don't worry about it early on. Just farm the mods. Fleet Arena. Right, this is important because this is where you get your Zetas. Farm the characters and the ships that you need if they pop up, and they are, especially if they are only in Fleet Arena. Like, you've got like your big character slot, where is it? Wherever Plo Koon is, there he is. You can get Vader, Grievous are the main 2 that pop up in it. You're going to want to be getting them. But other than that, you just want to be buying Zetas, especially once you've got your all the main ships that you want done. Don't ever buy the Omegas. Complete waste. Don't buy the ships you don't need. Don't buy the characters you can farm elsewhere really well. Just pick up ships that are only in there, especially like the Razor Crest is the biggest one, or the Umbaran Starfighter, because it doesn't pop up a lot in Galactic War. Pick up your Grievous, your Vader in here. Don't pick up Grievous in the Shard Shop. And pick up Zetas. And say you get 1,200 a day, right? Fleet Arena currency. So you've got 1,200. You can spend 400 of that, so you have 800 left. Say you buy some Grievous shards, and then the next day you can buy a Zeta, because you'll have that bang on 2,000. So that's the best way that I do it. Is the most efficient way I've found. If you understand what I mean. If you don't, just let me know in the comments. I'll try and explain it a bit better down there. And yeah, that's about it for the Fleet Arena. Farm the ships you need, farm the characters you need, but most importantly, farm the Zetas, because Zetas make the world of difference. Into the guild event now. So you've got the Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3 tokens again. We'll start with the Mark 3s because not a lot of people have them. I'd farm the characters that you need, especially the Proving Ground characters like Cat Maul, etc. Other than that, just farm what you need. Farm. I think you can get these relic mats, can't you? With it, yeah. Farm them if you need them. If you've got all the characters, if not, farm the characters because they're the best things to get. With the Mark 2, make sure you farm both the ships before you do anything else. Farm both the ships. Whether it's Negotiator first or Malevolence, that's completely up to you and your roster and what's best for you. For me, it was the Negotiator. For some people, it might be Malevolence. But make sure you farm them up. And then with the Mark 2s, I would only really buy Kyrotech because I think it's quite a decent value there. And you've got such a limited amount of Kyrotech coming in that it's just the best way to spend it. So ships in the Kyrotech for Mark 2. And then, it's Mark. And then for the Mark 1, you're going to want to be picking up Wumper and Hermit Yoda as your priority, no matter what you're really doing. Wumper's so good on his own, and at some stage you'll eventually will get a what they call Jedi team, and Hermit Yoda's going to bring that up. He's going to get you Jedi. They're both going to get you Jedi Knight Luke, which is going to get you on the path towards Jabba, Leia, and that one whose name I forgot, Luke. So definitely do that. And then with your other Guild 1 tokens, once you've got those characters, just pick up whatever gear you need. It's only up to gear 11 gear, I think. There might be some gear 12, so I will prioritize that if there is, or if you do see that pop up. But just pick up what gear you need. But it's the characters in here, the ships that are most important. So farm those up first. Don't worry about the gear in here for now. Okay, so now the Grand Arena store, Kyrotechs. That's all I ever want to see you farm out of here, is Kyrotechs. I promise you, that's all you really need to farm. That's all I'm going to say. Farm up whichever piece of Kyrotech you need, whether it's the Mark 9s or the Mark 7s, I think. Pick up Kyrotech. I promise you, it's the best place to get it. It's the cheapest place to get it. You can get all the other gear in different places. Just farm the Kyrotech. Now onto the Shard Shop. This is the most important place because this is what we've been building up to farm a ton of Shard Shop currency. Grievous, never buy him out of here. Too expensive. Such a waste getting in the Fleet Arena. Other than that, I would only really ever pick up this gear, or this gear 12 gear. It's your priority. Pick up whichever one you need. Again, look at SWGOH.gg to find out what pieces of gear you need for the future. Because getting your gear up to gear 11, you're going to be using the raid currency mainly. So stock up on your gear 12 gear here. Maybe pick up Carbantis, some stun guns or the Mark 5 stun guns if you do need them. But primarily be looking at the gear 12. It's the best place to buy it, I promise you. And finally, Conquest, right? Never buy anything out of this Conquest store. I never even want to see you click on the tab for it, right? Buying the gear in here is not worth it. I want you to wait until you've got these scavengers that give you that gear 12 gear, and I want you to buy it out of there. Whether it's 300, the 151, whatever it is, buy it out of there. It's the best place to get that gear 12 currency. Gear 12 currency, gear 12 gear. Because it's all you can really get out of it. You don't waste your time getting the relic mats unless you desperately need them. Don't farm the characters, especially if you're early on, because you're not going to get near them. Don't farm up like the stim packs and the techs. Not worth it. Farm gear 12 gear out of it. Do your best. I know Conquest is a pain. I know it's a nightmare, and I know it ain't fun. But make sure you're farming, or you'll try to complete Conquest. Don't worry about the feats, especially if you're very early on. Look, if you can do it, yeah, I can do it. Let's go for it, right? Make sure you're just getting through Conquest, because you want to be picking up these tokens, right? And you get those by winning battles. Whether it's 1-star, 2-star, or 3-star, you need to win those battles. That's your priority going into Conquest, especially if you're early on, right? Because you want that gear 12 gear, so you can get the better characters, get further through Conquest, get into hard Conquest, and things like that, right? That's what you want to do. Don't ever click on this tab for Conquest. Not worth it. Just do it from the scavengers. I promise you, it's the best way to do it. But I think that about covers everything to do with gear and buying it. Farming gear, I only really farm Kyrotech at the moment, unless I've finished my Kyrotech and I just need more gear 12 gear pieces. I'd never farm any gear up to gear 11 unless I need like 2. pieces left for it, you know, to get it. Say I've got like 48 car bandits, I will farm it to get that too. But I only ever really farmed the Karatech and the gear 12 gear. I think it's the best way to do it. Just wait till the raid rewards come around. Make sure you're participating in the raid, because I forgot that the other day and I didn't get any rewards for it, which is a shame because that sets you back a few days and a gear level or two. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have found this useful, please subscribe, please like. It helps the channel out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next one.